So today the plan is to just go through the news from the past 7 days from Tech Meme. So I'll just go through this past the newsletters from the past 7 days and pick up a few topics and then just go through those things. So that's the plan for today. So start with this one. That's what's there. So this is one of the news that I heard even earlier from some other sources as well. So you might remember a few months ago we talked about prediction markets and that
Yeah.
it is a blockchain based uh, like a betting platform which is blockchain based because there's no centralized system. But there two senators has introduced a legislation to ban this sports betting site such as Polymarket and Kalshi. So I think I mentioned Polymarket, which is one of the most popular prediction market platform, but Kalshi is also almost the same level. Both are US based. So that's the news. And so there are these three opinions. So this one feels more interesting to me. The last line here. Let me read through the whole of it. So it says that casino lobby is hard at work because it's about protecting monopolies. So this person, the argument that he is making is that it's not about protecting the consumers or protecting the what is the citizens of the country. So normally that argument is is that this is a betting platform. Betting is bad for people. People will lose money. It is irresponsible. So that if that's the reason, so why for hundreds of years casinos are there? The whole Las Vegas is all casino based. Like it has always been there. So why have you never decided to ban them? Again, I think while I talked about this few versus many, something those kind of things. So people who are always, who are in power, they will always try to keep themselves in power, and this is threatening them. That the legacy betting platforms like casinos and even online betting platforms, which are not blockchain based, so those are being threatened, and it might be that. This is just my prediction or just my speculation that this senators might have been contacted by those kind of people and they have been pushed to uh, introduce such kind of legislations. Okay, you know what, you have to do something. Otherwise, Polymarket and culture will take our places. But this is my guess that probably this might be happening because even
So
this.
this,
Okay, you want to say something?
yeah, so usually when there's a senator, it means they're a senator of a state, right?
Yes.
So which state is this?
I think I have to look more into this. This won't be open, I think. Wall Street Journal, I think it's behind a paywall. So
Or is it like central or what is called federal? I don't know the terms.
I can't hear you properly. Wait a minute. I can't find the name of the this thing. Let me try to put the earphones. Say something.
Hello, hello.
No, it's not connected. Let me. Do I have to change the settings here now? Oh dear. Now say something.
Hello.
Yes, it's Better now. Okay, so I can't find anything right now, which these are from two different states, and from one is a Democrat and another is a Republican. So
Mm.
the goal is that it says the goal is that the senators argue that these contracts are effectively sports bets and should be regulated at the state level rather than being allowed to bypass local gambling laws under federal oversight. So whatever the argument might be, so they will definitely, since they're politicians, they will know all the tricks of how to uh, put all those things. But why have they not taken similar actions for online betting sites, other betting sites ever? Because this comment says, interesting how none of them want to ban sports betting in betting apps that can fraud customer like oil. I mean that's what they're saying.
Mm.
And this is one of the yes, again, this is what I was saying. So DraftKings is one of the most popular like online betting sites, like a traditional online betting site. So this is what he's saying. How many members of the Congress are getting that DraftKings money right now? So what they're saying is that the DraftKings is paying them money to bring up this case of this thing. So that's the thing. So I don't know what's going to happen. When did this happen? A week ago. So I don't know what's happened by now. Just let me briefly say, look, okay. I think nothing significant, but I mean, these have been done, but I think so nothing significant has been done in terms of the development. So I think
Mm.
that's about it for this one. So what's next? Okay. So I've heard somewhere like Apple is planning to launch the foldable phones this year. Have you heard it somewhere?
Yeah, there are a lot of mock-ups as well. Like I think the size and stuff is leaked or whatever, so people have made the mock-ups also. I've seen some of them.
Okay, let me see.
And it is going to be somewhat based on the leaks. It is going to be more of a wider and
Is it going to be
less rectangular, I suppose.
similar to like the Samsung's ones, or okay. Samsung
No,
is more
it,
square.
yeah, Samsung is more like a normal smartphone. It's longer, whereas the speculated iPhone 4 will be shorter. It will be like passport size.
Okay. Is this what you're talking about, or is it something else?
There's no official photos or anything. All of those are
Speculative.
renders based on, yeah.
And in some case, it is actually being leaked by the members of uh, what is it? The members of the team itself. Bloomberg has this journalist named Mark Gurman, and he is one of the best uh, reporters related to anything Apple. So it is being said that he has close contacts with inside members of uh, within the Apple team, and he gets the messages before all of the other people's. I mean, illegal. I mean, unofficially. And so, but people can never make that connection. Like, who did he actually get that information from? So that's one of the things
Mm.
that happened. I think this news itself was by Mark Gurman somewhere, maybe. Okay, this one. This is the person. And he's probably one of the best reporters related to Apple because he has all this connection. He's similar to, do you know Fabrizio Romano? No. I mean, he's equivalent to the Fabrizio Romano of Fabrizio Romano is a football reporter. So even though he is just an individual, he has connections to the inside news of different clubs that even the top football channels do not have. Like he can tell like which player is going to transfer to which team, what is happening, what is not happening before anyone else. So that's the kind of insider information that he has. So Mark Graban is the similar, but for Apple. Okay, that's it for this one. Okay, this is another news that I found. Like
Yeah.
OpenAI has discontinued the Sora models. So I found it surprising because I think just a how long was it? Just about when did it release? End of 2025, November, October, or November, something like that.
I think Sora
Okay.
was around for some time. It is more than a year.
I think officially it was released.
It was
The
maybe in
app,
closed access and stuff,
yes.
but it was
I mean,
released some time ago.
yes, I think the app was actual app was for a short period of time. Yeah, the standalone OpenAI Sora app was first released for iOS in 30 September 2025, and it was subsequently launched for Android devices on 4th November 2025. However, OpenAI announced on 24th March that it is shutting down. So if you even consider this, September to March is about 6 months. Okay. But yeah, initial preview, because I remember like in February 2024, it was the first time when Sora, like videos made by Sora was introduced there.
Mm.
So it was there. I'm not sure. I think even I'm not sure what they are trying to do here. Are they discontinuing video models, or they're just discontinuing the Sora uh, platform? Is there say
It's,
what it is? Even I think that they have discontinued this AI social media kind of platform. I think video generation should also will still be there, I think.
mm, I'm not sure. I've not gotten into the story completely, but if they are planning to keep the model alive, then they could also keep the platform alive. What's the difference? Their main reason was that like, I think they were losing a lot of money per month during the
Yes.
Sora model, and
So I've seen some like the amount of cost it took in one day is higher than the lifetime revenue that they have earned through Sora. So, and it is hugely loss making.
maybe they have not completely given up on video gen because other AI models or other AI companies will probably still be putting them out. But for now, I think it is making a lot of loss for them, so they have decided to. But
Okay,
Google
so
seems to be
Yes, Google still has it. So
Yeah.
so it says that as of OpenAI has officially confirmed that it is exiting the consumer AI video generation business by discontinuing its Sora app and API. While the company is not abandoning video technology entirely, it is shifting focus of its research team away from creative video generation toward world simulation for robotics, and this we think we talked about this world simulations and those things. But
Mm.
okay, alternative available. Okay, yes, Google definitely has VO3. Okay, so yes, I'm trying to think about what could be their strategic reasons, or I want to come up with that figure. Like it was there, it was here somewhere maybe. Maybe not here. Let me see. Okay, so it says that the Wall Street Journal reported a lower conservative estimate of 1 million per day. Okay, so 1 million per day, and Sora's cumulative revenue from in-app purchases was only 2.1 million over its 6 months. So it only generated 2.1 million in 6 months, but it was expending 1 million per day. That means in 2 days, it's whatever revenue it earned was gone. Oh, yes, again, they also signed a deal with for the character rights of Disney's characters.
Business. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all gone now. It was just 2 months ago, I think. It's not mentioned here, but I have read it somewhere. I remember. But yes, now I remember which. Uh, Probably this one. I'm not sure, but I have to check. So long. Okay, it's not here as well. I don't remember right now, but I have read it somewhere. Anyways, that's the point. Like, Sora is gone. But now, what's the possible reasons? Could be now, again, the talk was always there like OpenAI, it's a bubble, means the whole AI thing is a bubble, everything, and those kind of things. On the one, again, like from a marketing perspective, one has to think, one has to analyze it from this news from a marketing perspective, because marketing and PR perspective, because whenever such kind of news are is released, there is a whole team behind it in order to tailor it so that how the public perceives this news. They don't just do say something like, okay, I'm going to say this thing, because if the market reacts negatively, it will negatively affect the business. So they might OpenAI might officially say that, okay, now we are actually focusing our research on this kind of things and so on. But maybe the thing is that it's too expensive, and now maybe it's the beginning of the end of the bubble. Like, this is the time when all the useless use cases are going to get reduced, which is actually happening. What was Sora's AI app even doing? I saw some clips on YouTube, like made by Sora. Most probably they were made by Sora, and sometimes from Google's video as well. those are just fake news, like which most like senior people, I think maybe anyone above the age of 40 probably will think it to be real. So there's
So
nothing
basically,
productive.
mostly AI slop.
Yes, AI slop. Yes, that's the short, in short, this thing. Like you got rid of something that was never even needed. I think it was to reap the two use cases, fake ring door, doorbell videos. Yes, even I saw this kind of videos quite a lot. Not the fake Iran one, but the fake ringtone videos. Doorbell.
I mean, like from a technical technological point of view, it is quite impressive that we were able to achieve this. But realistically
Yes.
speaking, like there's no practical need or use case for this other than just entertainment.
Yes.
And like losing 1 million per day just for entertainment is not feasible for them.
Yes. And again, there was this observation, or that there was some people are saying that okay, it's like the Instagram, but all the clips are made by AI. So AI can create infinite clips. So why so traditional things like TikTok and Instagram will always go away. But the thing is that the cost associated with making a 10-second or like 20-second video by a human versus an AI is very much. Like for a human, I can just record a 10-second video, like whoever wants to dance or do something. How much cost does it take? It barely takes anything. But I think so to create that amount of a 10 or 20-second video, I don't think it can even create 20-second videos. I think the limit is some 8 seconds or something. And I think it takes like exponentially more energy to create that 8-second video compared to a human. So from a cost perspective, in theory, it is yes, it sounds very good. Okay, it can create infinite videos, you'll never get tired. But energy, who will give them energy? That is not there. This is the official notification.
Mm.
Okay. Wait, definitely there will be some. We will dance on your grave and sing songs of your demise. Yeah.
Mm.
Really. How will I make videos like this now? Yes, this kind of slop.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
So I
Grok was
think after
about.
this, I saw the one notification or like headline regarding Grok as well. That after
What?
this announcement, Grok Imagine has started to become profitable, or it has increased its margins or something.
Okay. This is Elon Musk.
Mm.
Grok. Yeah. So, okay.
Actually, talking about this, another news came to my mind. So have you been hearing about all the RAM price increases and stuff?
Yes, yes, I have.
So yeah, main reason was because all these AI companies were hoarding all the memories and stuff. And mainly the one point I keep coming across is that Sam Altman he had signed an agreement or whatever for almost 40% of the chips that these manufacturers are going to produce. That was the news
Okay.
some few months ago. And so that is why all the prices of the memories went up, and even Micron. So there are like three major, I think there's only three main
Yes,
memory companies who make so like Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron.
yes.
So Micron had this consumer sub sub company, what it's called Crucial, and they
Okay,
closed it. So like they are not going to sell any more memories to the consumers, only to enterprises, because the
okay.
uh, demand for the RAM was so high.
Hmm.
Now, like few to like I think last week, two separate news I saw, mm, or one where I think it's called TurboQuant or something, where
Okay,
the process of training the AI, I don't know the technicalities, but what I understood is basically there's a way to make the process of training very efficient such that you don't require so much amount of RAM or memory.
okay.
That was one. And Another one was about some kind of test was done, or so I don't know the details, but some kind of neural network test was or something was done in a completely new environment.
Okay.
And I think some AGI test or something like to see how close to AGI or this models are. I think none of them even got close to 1% or something based on that
Okay.
test. And the test was able to, it was like a four-layer neural network got 12% or something. And
Okay.
these models got less than 1%. So after this kind of news, it also came out that Sam Altman had not signed any clear agreement. It was just a letter of intent of buying 40% of the production. So it was there was no deal. It was just like I'm telling, like it was just a
Mm.
verbal. I don't know if it's verbal or not, but basically,
Okay.
so he just
Means
said,
it
I will
was
buy 40% from. Yeah, it was
oh,
just like a statement he said to them, and based on
yes.
that statement, they like decided, okay, let's not sell to consumers anymore. And I think after that news itself, today or yesterday, the share prices of Micron and other like memory chips have gotten down.
Okay.
I, maybe you can Google or like search
Yes, let me
this
see.
news. Let's see. Yeah.
Let me see Micron stock prices first. I mean, over the past 5 days, got down, but today it is starting to increase a bit.
Mm.
City reset Micron stock price, I guess. So is it supposed to go up or go down? Because it should go down because it is actually bad news for them, isn't it? What
So
are you saying?
yeah, what is it? No, I'm saying it is going down.
Okay, you're saying it's going down. So which
Can
is
you
true.
can you go back once? Like, can
Yes.
you go back to the main page? You see that Yahoo Finance news at the bottom.
Which one?
Google just
This.
announced really bad news for Micron and this the Yahoo Finance is the third one.
Okay, this one.
Yeah, this TurboQuant or something. I think it is from Google itself.
The impact of this develop AI. Memory chips. No, nothing here. Alphabet. Google just announced a significant breakthrough in compression technology that could make AI models more efficient. 10 minutes left. Thereby reducing the need for some of these scarce memory chips. That could be bad news for Micron Technology and SanDisk Corporation. Okay. So in a blog post, this Google announced that its scientists had developed an AI memory compression algorithm dubbed TurboQuant. We introduced a set of advanced theoretically grounded quantization algorithms that enable massive compression for LLMs and vector search engines. Okay. So this is the news you're talking about.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if this happens, then the need for memory chips, like it says, it reduced the number to 30, by 83% or something. So
83%.
if
Yes,
yeah,
okay, it's
yeah,
mentioned.
yeah, that
Put another way, it could reduce the number of memory chips needed by 83%. Okay. Okay, so that means it's bad news for Micron. That's what's happening here. If you look at the
yeah,
past 5 days, it
and
has gone down. If you look at the past 1 month, yeah, suddenly from 18th of March onwards, it started to slide down. I think probably it
mm,
was around that time when they must have announced that thing. Okay.
and like just like people were creating memes of Sora getting close, people are also happy about this news because from a consumer point of view, all these AI companies hoarding the memory chips was hurting all the prices for the consumers. And
Yes.
yeah, people seem to be happy with this.
Yeah. Okay, because it was for the past 6 months just going on a high, like on an upward trend. So I think so the people were assuming it would experience something like the next Nvidia, because Nvidia was flat
Yeah,
for a long time, but ever since OpenAI came around, it just went exponentially higher. Just look at this graph, Nvidia's graph. Okay, look at the past 5 years. Okay, till 2023. Look at this. Till 2023, it was flat. It was not even upward trend. It was just up, down, like a hill, straight, like a flat line.
mhm.
But since 2023, it just went up and up and up. So because of AI. So I think in the market's mind, like in the investors' mind, they were thinking of Micron going to means it would happen something similar to this, but unfortunately, it just went down, and probably it won't replicate Nvidia's performance.
Yeah. Maybe you can also search Micron and Google Sam Altman deal or something.
You look at AI mode. Okay, in late 2025, Sam Altman reportedly signed non-binding letters of intent with Micron's primary competitors,
Working with
Samsung
Micron's
and
competitor.
for roughly 900,000 DRAMs wafers per month, representing nearly 40% of global supply. While Micron was not the direct signatory of this specific multi-billion dollar commitment, the deal's sheer scale fundamentally altered the market for all chip makers. Okay, so this is what you're saying, like the markets, it's increased and so on, so on. Okay, what's being said here? The article below was reposted a few times and okay, RAM shortages are definitely real. Okay, okay. How can pipe 40%? Okay, so that 40% deal was not with Micron, with its competitors, as per this.
Yeah,
So
I guess, but it clearly affects the demand for RAM for the entire industry
yes, yes,
because there's three manufacturers only.
yes. I can't hear this is gone again, so I'll have to switch back.
Okay.
Can you say something?
Hello,
I can't hear anything. Let me say something.
hi, hello.
Yes, I can hear you, but it's almost as good as not hearing you because without the earphones, I can barely hear anything. So, anyways, we have 4 minutes are left. Maybe briefly, I'll talk about one thing. I may not be able to hear much from you because, okay, maybe next time I'll continue more. But this news, have you heard about this Anthropic and US government, some fight going on between these two entities? So, during late February of this year, 2026, I think the US government, I think specifically the Pentagon, had labeled Anthropic as a supply chain risk. So this is an official term, but normally this term is only reserved for companies that are foreign companies working in the US that are deemed to be a risk, a threat to the uh, national security of the country. For example, companies like Huawei. So it was, I think, I'm not sure, but maybe it was deemed as a supply chain risk. But that's an example. I don't think Huawei operates in, at least it doesn't operate in India, I think. Do they? I don't think they don't.
Mm,
Huawei.
I'm not sure. They have some smart watches and stuff, but I don't know.
Okay. So broadly, that's the idea. So it's only labeled to foreign companies, but Anthropic is an American company, but it was given that. The main idea was that back in July 2025, Anthropic and the Pentagon, the Department of Defense, signed a deal that they are going to use OpenAI's model in their own, like, whatever defense purposes. But initially, what they said was that, okay, like, Anthropic agreed to the deal, but they said that there are only two scenarios where you cannot use this. One is surveillance, domestic surveillance. Like, you cannot use that to use for surveillance of US citizens. Obviously, you can definitely do surveillance of other countries, but not of US citizens. And the second is, you cannot use the AI to create autonomous weapon that has to make, the technical term was some like lethal decisions. I mean, the in general, in simple terms, what is trying to say is that the AI cannot autonomously make decisions whether to kill or not someone. There has to be a human making that final decision. You cannot make an AI make that final decision. So initially it was all good, but I think so during February, uh, US government said that we can't do this. You have to remove this kind of guardrails. Otherwise, like, it's hindering us. We cannot use it to its full potential. And this Anthropic said that no, we are not going to do this. If you want to use it, you have to use this way. So actually they threaten, like, okay, supply chain risk. We're going to label it supply chain risk. So in simple way, I think that it's a form of threatening, because once you label it as supply chain risk, no other federal agencies can use it. Like, federal means like no other US government entities can use it, even though they are using it for, like, for non-defense purposes, like government agencies, maybe courts, maybe some those kind of company entities can't use it. So they're indirectly trying to threaten it. That's the whole story behind it. And we have less than 1 minute left. Maybe next time we'll continue, but overall, that's the idea.
Mhm.
Mm.